Yo, what's good, Jedino fam? Welcome back to another Eversoul video on the channel. And in this video, we're going to be talking about team building, so please stay tuned as I'm going to break down team building to make your life easier in the game when it comes to countering certain types of teams and also making your life easier in all areas of PvE. Alright guys, so I'm going to try and be as informative as I can when it comes to this screen, and I'm also going to try and help you guys build your team and what you should be doing to help you throughout the game. So basically, in the very bottom left of the screen, you can see that there's different like symbols, and each of those symbols represent a race. So if you click on the first symbol after all, it shows you all the humans. The next one is a beast. The third one is fairy, the fourth is undead, and then fifth and sixth are angels and demons, which are the more rare units. There is not enough demons to build a full team of demons yet, so we're gonna have to wait for that. But basically, as you can see, I'm building a human team as my first team. You want to try and prioritize one team to build fully, as you can then just level sync another team and then another team and then keep on doing that. So basically with my team, you can see I have a Claire and then Lindsay at the front row, and then I've got Talia on the top as a fairy, and then Cherry is the back middle, and then Rose is the bottom left unit. And I built it like this because if you go into the formations, you can see the different buffs that are applied to each row. So I've done it so that the front row are my frontliners and tanks, and then the back row is my DPS or supports. And Talia is a good support for damage as well, so I like to leave her there. She's perfect where she is. So you can run that formation, the basic formation. You can run the defense formation if you have a more tanky team where you want to run a dual tank at the front. I'd recommend running a defensive formation if you're running a 2-tank team. And yeah, range is another one. If you want to be a solo tank, you can run, like say I could change this up, I'll run a tank at the front with all the DPS and supports at the back row to get a plus 4% buff. And then assault is one for melee attacking teams. So basically just run 4 melee attackers at the front with 1 ranged either attacker or support in the back row. So those are the formations. Just make sure you play around who you have. If you have a lot of ranges, I'd suggest to go the range team. If you have melee, go for the assault formation, and yeah, so on and so on. You just want to play around with your team. If you see above Lindsay, there is a like rotating arrows. As you can see, there's 2 arrows right here. Click it, and that basically changes from showing the race to now you can see all their roles individually, so you can build a team based on roles. So make sure you take that in consideration when it comes to team building. As I said, you want to put either your melees at the front and range at the back, and try and get a good mix of classes as well. So as you can see, I've got a caster in the bottom left, that's that pink symbol. I've got a tank and a fighter at the front row with Lindsay and Claire, and then I got Cherry as my archer with Talia as my support in this team. And yeah, I've been doing pretty well, getting through content harder than what I should be. And yeah, just make sure you're building a team based around that. But there's also different buffs if you didn't know. So on the bottom left, past all those symbols that we were looking at, there is a eye, like an information tab. Make sure you click that, and this is another factor that you have to take into consideration when it comes to building your teams. So as you can see, humans are strong against beasts are strong against fairy, and fairies are strong against the undead. And if you can see right at the top, it gives you a 25% additional damage bonus when you are playing to type advantage. Angel and demons counter each other, so that's also a thing, but nothing, they can't counter. So basically nothing in human, beast, fairy or undead can basically attack angels and demons, like have an advantage on them. that's why angels and demons are way better than the normal units. But as you can see here, depending on soul type, 25 additional damage. So see, I'm versing a beast fairy team, so you got to take that into consideration as well. So since I have a beast, I'm versing beast, humans are really well to bring, as well as you could bring beast and human. So you can run 3 humans and 2 beasts maybe to counteract this team. But as you can see, there's 3 fairies, so maybe the other way around, you could do 3 beast and then 2 humans to be able to counter this team. And yeah, if you go here, if you click the soul buff icon, which is directly below your CP, it shows you that your typing is like what you build your types on is basically the buff you get added on. So if you think about it, if I had 5 of the same type, I would be doing plus 25% attack, plus 25% HP. But also, if you had a 5 type and you're versing a advantage, that is basically a 50% damage increase. So that is a huge damage increase, and that can be a factor in helping you overcome content that is way higher level than you. So make sure you take that into consideration. I also wanted to show you how to make presets. So if you click on the teams button down here, you can see I have a preset for every race right now. I'm just trying to get through and build a team for every single race to be able to swap them out and then swap them in when I do grind enough materials to get them all up to scratch with level. So make sure you're making use of that feature. It's a very important feature which will come in purpose down the line in the future. The last thing I want to tell you is with when it comes to roles with your team is to also, it is important, the 2 important classes that you must include in your team is tank. You have to have a tank. It is very hard to frontline without one. Make sure you bring at least 1 defender unit in your team, as well as 1 supporter unit as well. Some classes have dual roles. So as you can see, this caster here does damage. So Rose in the bottom here does damage, and she also can heal. So she basically helps Talia with her lack of healing that Talia does. Like, Talia can heal, but her healing is not the greatest. But since you run her as a duel with a Rose, it is perfect, and basically you get so much value out of Talia as she does AoE damage with her ultimate, as well as do mana regen for your whole units. So yeah, make sure you look at your units, read them, make sure that you synergize really well with the race, because the races are basically the way to play the game. At the moment, you want to try and get every plus percentage as you can to make your life easier. So that's it for the guide. I hope it really does help you guys. It is day 3, so we're still new into the game. Still, a lot of people are like past 100 already. I can't believe it. But yeah, this is just a quick guide to help you newer players out with team building. Make sure you do not make any mistakes with this, as you want to try and set your account up for the future of Eversoul. And I cannot wait to see you all at the end of the journey for Eversoul. Peace guys, and make sure you have a good day, stay hydrated, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next Eversoul video. Peace.